People who like to be alone have these 12 special personality traits. There are many people who like to be alone. If that's you, you tend to enjoy spending as much time on your own as possible. Of course, you do have friends. It's not that you dislike people. You just like being alone, and there's nothing wrong with that. As a loner, you also tend to have a higher standard for friendships, but you just have less of a need for peer acceptance than most. Here are the special personality traits of people who like to be alone. Number 1. Value time. If there is anything extremely important to a loner, it is time. You respect and value time more than anything else. You are well aware that time is the most valuable asset to a successful life. You will do everything in your power to not be late, never waste anyone's time, and will never allow anyone to waste your time. You avoid fake behavior, and cannot tolerate people that think you can be played with. Through your self-awareness, you have developed a huge level of self-respect. People who respect your time the way you respect theirs can expect one of the most incredible friendships imaginable. Number 2. Self-aware. Many people choose to ignore their thoughts and emotions. People who like to be alone choose to embrace these feelings and become fully aware of them. Self-awareness is very important and difficult to achieve. As a loner, you know yourself better than anyone else, and this allows you to better understand those around you. Everyone has periods of depressive and discouraging thoughts, but you are able to navigate through them much more easily. Number 3. Level-headed loners are amazingly strong-willed. When tough situations arise as a result of your frequent reflection and alone time, you have incredible focus and willpower. It's not to say that you don't get overwhelmed by stressful situations, but instead of getting caught up with distractions, you decide to spend some time alone and recharge. During this time, you devise solutions to your problems and ways to cope. Number 4. Open-minded. Even though you like being alone, this doesn't make you rigid and closed-minded. On the contrary, you are extremely open-minded and are always up for new ideas and activities. You don't plan to spend your entire life in your bedroom, and you do enjoy exploring and going on new adventures. However, others need to make sure that they give you alone time before you go anywhere. That involves several people. Number 5. Clear boundaries. People who like to be alone always have healthy boundaries. You understand yourself perfectly. You have strong values. You never feel alone. You know that you always have yourself. You respect your boundaries and will let others know if they are about to cross them. After all, if you can't be faithful to yourself, you cannot be faithful to anyone. Number 6. Aware of weaknesses and strengths. You are more than aware of your strengths and weaknesses. However, you know that there is always room to improve, no matter how good you think you're doing. While you are aware of these imperfections, you still hold your head high to show others that it is okay to be confident in yourself. Number 7. Very empathetic. You tend to be among the most empathetic people in the entire world. You are able to feel and sympathize with others on the same level as they're on feeling everyone else's. Sorrows and despairs is a very intense curse. But since you are so empathetic, it is easy for you to find the bright side in almost any negative circumstance. You would rather find a solution to whatever conflict is making someone upset. Number 8. Guided by intuition. Your intuition is your constant guide, leading you to the next best thing that awaits you on your journey through life. There's a lot that can be said about you and your gut instincts when it comes to making tough decisions. You don't get scared easily because you know that your intuition will lead you somewhere just as amazing as the last adventure you had. Number 9. Never codependent. There is never a time in your life where you feel as if you need to depend on someone else for anything at all. Even if you You are an extremely unique individual if you possess any of these special personality traits. And though there are many other great qualities in people who like to be alone, these ones stand out the most when others are looking for a genuine personality. Do you like to be alone? Which of these personality traits do you have? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. For weekly videos like this, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to press the notification bell. 10 signs you're an INFJ, the world's rarest personality type. The acronym INFJ stands for introversion, intuition, feeling, and judgment. This personality type is considered to be one of the rarest of the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types and makes up only about 2% of the world's population. People who have this personality type have very unique characteristics that help them stand out from other individuals. They can be incredibly mysterious and emotionally intelligent, and are sometimes referred to as the counselor or advocate. Although we may think we know a lot about this personality type, it is in fact very misunderstood. So let's explore some of the main traits of the INFJ personality type and find out if you're one of them. Number 1. Different wavelength. INFJs tend to feel like outsiders due to the fact that most other individuals are on a different wavelength than they are. Their dominant function is intuition. They subconsciously notice patterns in basically everything. Mostly, these patterns have to do with human nature because of their secondary function, feeling, which draws them toward others. Intuition is an individual's ability to subconsciously understand something without knowing how or why they know it. Since intuition works subconsciously, it can be described as a sort of psychic ability. However, INFJs often have a difficult time trying to explain the sixth sense to other people, which often leads them feeling isolated or purely misunderstood. Number 2. Want things perfect and often procrastinate. People with this personality type often deal with a constant fear of failure. They strive for perfection and strive to surpass the normal capabilities of a regular individual. This means that INFJs procrastinate a lot due to their subconscious need to find absolute perfection in mostly everything. Even though realistically they can do all of these things they're afraid of without even having to try so hard. With that said, INFJs have a hard time dealing with criticism because it really stands out in their minds, sometimes washing out the positive feedback they get. However, as they become more mature, they find it easier to release themselves from this need of perfection. They may allow themselves to make more mistakes or focus on their self-confidence to achieve remarkable results pertaining to their life goals. Number 3. Value, beauty, and quality. Beauty and quality are things that an INFJ strives to find in just about everything. They simply prefer to be surrounded by sophistication and beauty. They are especially drawn to high-quality things such as fine food, nice clothes, and anything of good craftsmanship. And although their focus on sophisticated items goes against their spiritual nature, beauty is a very inspiring and calming force to them. Having said that, INFJs are typically minimalists. They would rather have a few nice things than a bunch of mediocre ones. Number 4. Exude warmth and charm. Most of us don't often sit next to a stranger and find ourselves telling them our biggest fears, dreams, and personal secrets. But INFJs are such charming people that it's not uncommon for a stranger to readily share such information with them. People with this personality type typically have an aura that makes others feel incredibly comfortable and at peace when they're around them. Just about everybody enjoys being in their company, and they are very good at putting people at ease. Not only are they comfortably trustworthy and charming individuals, but they are also wonderful listeners who speak in understandable terms and meet others where they are. Number 5. Highly perceptive of others. INFJs are able to read other individuals very well, and they are able to understand their emotional states and motivations in seconds. On the other hand, they themselves aren't as easy to understand, and that can be difficult when you're trying to understand someone as well as they understand you. INFJs are not only very good at reading other people's emotions and feelings, they also use their intuition to dig deep below the surface of another individual's mind. They find themselves intrigued with how other people's minds work and figuring out what makes them unique in their own way. They can often easily tell when somebody is lying to them or even when someone is lying to themselves. Number 6. Absorb other people's emotions. It's common for INFJs to absorb other people's emotions and interpret them as their own feelings. For example, if somebody else around them is excited, they will often get excited as well. If someone is stressed or anxious, they may feel stressed or anxious too. Feeling other people's emotions in addition to their own can be overwhelming, but it also provides a better understanding for those feelings and the ability to heal and comfort others. INFJs can confidently tell other people that they're going to be okay. Number 7. Create deep emotional intimacy. Most INFJs can seem reserved or shy in the presence of people they don't know well. They are often perceived as mysterious or private, but actually they are quite relational. It can just take a little bit of time for them to open up to others and show their true selves. INFJs crave authentic connections and seek to trust people on a deeper level. And because of their ability to empathize and have meaningful conversations, they establish strong emotional bonds with the people they trust. Number 8. True introverted nature. Although INFJs are easy to socialize with, they are introverted individuals. They know how to efficiently blend into social settings, but they may also feel totally at peace with a rather small circle of friends who are trustworthy and deserving of their love. Like most introverts, INFJs usually get overwhelmed and exhausted in large social settings or crowds. Even though they have an innate ability to strive in these social settings, they also need their individual alone time to relax and recharge. Number 9. Sensitive to conflict. Conflict tends to send INFJ personality types into a state of stress. They strive to create harmonious relationships with the people close to them, and they desire for those people to help maintain the harmony in the relationship. When a conflict arises, it can physically disrupt their seemingly constant optimistic nature. They will often have trouble sleeping or concentrating when they are thinking about a conflict that has to do with them or somebody they care about. It can even stress out their bodies to the point where they get muscle aches, headaches, stomach pains, or other unwanted bodily disturbances. Of course, this does not mean that people with this personality type seek to avoid all conflict. But over time, INFJs learn to set healthy boundaries for conflicts while standing up for their own needs at the same time, and they do so with absolute understanding of others. Number 10. Future-focused. Willpower is a very important aspect of this personality type. INFJs will often do whatever they can to move themselves closer to their personal goals. For example, if they're in a relationship that seems to be going nowhere, or they are employed somewhere they don't like or don't see a future in, they will break off the relationship or quit their job. Furthermore, INFJs are also very critical of past circumstances, and they tend to remember the bad experiences to avoid the negative feelings that often accompany these flashbacks. They typically prefer to live a life focused on the future. Of course, some of these traits are things many people can identify with, so the best way to determine your personality type is to take a test developed by specialists. However, if you can relate to most of these signs, chances are good that you are an INFJ, the world's rarest personality type. Let us know what you think. How many of these traits do you resonate with? Are you an INFJ? If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell so you get notified when we post a new video. Thanks for watching. How to read anyone instantly. 18 psychological tips. When we are meeting someone for the first time, we are bombarded with information. It can be hard to work out what kind of person they are. That's why it's important to understand how we communicate. According to experts, 55% of what we convey comes from body language, 38% from the tone of voice, and only 7% from what we actually say. This means that when we meet someone for the first time, we have to take into account these three factors in addition to what a person's appearance may suggest. So if you want to gain insight into someone's personality when you first meet them, pay attention to the following clues, starting from the head down. Number 1, eye contact. They often say that the eyes are the window to the soul. The key to knowing which kind of eye contact someone is giving you is to consider the context. For example, if a person literally can't take their eyes off you, it could mean there's a romantic interest. On the other hand, when you look someone in the eye and they can't bring themselves to look back at you, it's a sign that they're either nervous or they've got something to hide. That said, if you're talking with someone whose stare is making you squirm, especially if they're very still and not blinking, something is definitely up and they may be lying to you. Number 2, eyebrows. If you want to see how comfortable a person is, take a look at their eyebrows. There are 3 main emotions that make your eyebrows go up: surprise, worry, and fear. Try raising your eyebrows when you're having a relaxed, casual conversation with a friend. It's hard to do, isn't it? If someone talking to you raises their eyebrows and the topic isn't one that would logically cause surprise, worry, or fear, it's a sign that they're feeling pretty uncomfortable. Number 3, smile. When it comes to smiling, the mouth can lie, but the eyes can't. Genuine smiles reach the eyes, crinkling the skin to create crow's feet around them. People often smile to hide what they're really thinking and feeling. So the next time you want to know if someone's smile is genuine, look for crinkles at the corners of their eyes. If they aren't there, that smile is hiding something. Number 4, what? They say if you're meeting someone for the first time and all they do is talk about their wonderful better half or praise their work colleagues, chances are they're a pretty decent person themselves. Studies show that the more people rate others as being kind, polite, loving, and well-mannered, the more likely they are to also possess these traits. However, the reverse is also true. Anyone backstabbing and describing others as manipulative and nasty is more likely to have these traits themselves. It's also possible that they have a history of depression or personality disorder. Number 5, paralanguage. Paralanguage is nonverbal communication, such as your tone, pitch, or manner of speaking. Basically, it's a fancy way of saying that you need to pay attention to how someone says something. For example, if someone is answering you in monotone, they're likely unattached to your concept and not interested. The use of sarcasm is another good example. When someone uses sarcasm, what the person means is actually the opposite of what the words say. So pay attention to the emphasis they put on words and how they say it. It gives you a big clue as to what their true intentions are. Number 6, side glance. People that are warm and open to meeting you will have their body facing you, and they will look you in the eye. On the flip side, if you've just met someone and they immediately glance away to the side, this is a subconscious body language sign that means they are looking for an escape. Number 7, frequent nodding. Nodding is usually a sign that someone agrees with you, but exaggerated nodding may signal anxiety about approval. When you're telling someone something and they nod excessively, this means that they are worried about what you think of them or that you doubt their ability to follow your instructions. On the other hand, frequent nodding could also be unconscious gestures that are cues for the other person to get a move on, just like when a person keeps looking at their watch or touches their car keys. Number 8, chin and jaw. When someone is trying to make a decision, they tend to rub their chin. They might be looking up, down, or to the side. It's a sure sign that they are deep in thought. A clenched jaw is a sign of stress. Regardless of what the person is saying, this indicates a considerable level of discomfort. The conversation may be heading towards something they're anxious about, or their mind may be elsewhere, and they're focusing on the thing that's stressing them out. Number 9, posture. How someone carries themselves can give you some indication about their self-confidence. For example, if someone is walking upright with their shoulders back and looking straight ahead, that gives the indication that they feel good about themselves and have confidence. However, if someone is slouching over and looking at the ground when they walk, that gives a much different impression. It may not necessarily mean that they have low self-esteem, but that's the message it gives off. Number 11. Rubbing hands. It is believed that the hands broadcast what the head is thinking when a person is rubbing their hands together. Generally, it means that they have a positive feeling about something. People usually do this when they are hopeful about something good coming up in the future, and they're excited about it. Number 12. Handshake. You can tell a lot by a person's handshake. Soft and flabby, and they are likely to be submissive or a pushover. Too hard and crushing, and they are possibly domineering types. The length of time is also important. Too long and it's weird, but too short could indicate some form of conflict. It's possible that the person does not want to make a deep connection with you, but it could also mean that they don't have much time. Number 13. Leaning in or away. If a person leans in toward you, it's a clear indication that they are interested in what you have to say. What you might not know is that it's also a sign of respect. When people come closer and lean in toward you during a conversation, it shows that they want to confide in you. It makes you feel trustworthy and valued. If someone leans back, however, they show that they are tired of the conversation, or perhaps they feel uncomfortable for some reason. Number 14. Holding the baby. Okay, this might seem like a strange one, but it's good to know if you're meeting someone for the first time and they just happen to be a new mother. Look at what arm they use to hold the baby. Studies show that happy moms tend to hold their babies in their left arm, while stressed and depressed mothers usually hold their babies in their right arm. Number 15. Crossed arms and legs. Have you ever had a conversation with someone who crossed their arms or legs while you were talking to them? If you're on a first date, or if you're trying to pitch someone a new idea, it's not a good sign. Crossed arms and legs are physical barriers that suggest the other person is not open to what you're saying. Number 16. Shoes. A person's shoes can tell you a lot about their personality. Apparently, we all make judgments about people's shoes, but studies show that they are pretty accurate. Nervous people will have new or very clean shoes, amiable types will wear practical shoes, calm people have an affinity for uncomfortable shoes, and aggressive people wear ankle boots. Just take a look at your own shoes. Does your personality type fit in with them? Number 17. Overall appearance. How someone dresses and presents themselves can say volumes about them. If the person has their hair in place, their clothing pressed, and they show attention to style, they may be very detail-oriented. Someone with a more casual wardrobe or a bedhead might be creative or just messy. And then take someone who looks unkempt and smelly. They could simply be a really lazy person. Number 18. Copying body language. If you've never tried to read people before, this is something you probably haven't noticed. But pay close attention to it in the future, because when someone mimics your body language, it means they feel so good about you that they want to harmonize with you. It's a sign that the conversation is going well and that the other party is receptive to your message. Of course, everyone is different, so interpreting their words and actions may or may not always be accurate. But hopefully with these tips you'll be well on your way to becoming better at reading people. We want to know what you think when you're meeting someone for the first time. What's the first thing you usually notice about them? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching. 14 Signs of Vitamin D Deficiency. Vitamin D is an extremely important nutrient that has powerful effects throughout the body. But despite its importance, many people just don't seem to get adequate amounts. In fact, over 40% of American adults, as well as approximately 1 billion people worldwide, are vitamin D deficient. Why is that? Well, very few foods contain vitamin D, and most of it is actually produced in your skin in response to UV rays from the sun, which is why it's sometimes called the sunshine vitamin. Another reason for vitamin D deficiency is that it can be difficult to identify. If you're concerned whether you're getting enough vitamin D, Here are some signs suggesting that you probably need more. Number 1. Aching muscles. Vitamin D plays an important role in the support of muscle function. When metabolized, vitamin D enters your muscles and ensures proper muscle contraction. This is also vital for building muscle strength. However, if you're experiencing muscle pain that is not due to exertion, it may be due to insufficient levels of vitamin D. In fact, research has established that chronic muscle pain that is unresponsive to treatment is often due to vitamin D deficiency. Number 2. Painful bones. Your bones stop growing once you've reached adulthood, but old bone tissue is regularly replaced by new tissue. Vitamin D is vital for ensuring bone tissue replacement, and a serious deficiency can cause bones to soften. This condition is known as osteomalacia or adult rickets, and can lead to osteoporosis. Since muscle pain and bone pain often resemble each other, it's important to know how to differentiate one from the other. Muscle pain is usually concentrated in one specific location and is aggravated by physical activity. Aching bones, however, are often felt as a penetrating and broadly spread pain. Number 3. Fatigue. This symptom is often overlooked because we tend to attribute fatigue to a number of different things. That said, your body needs vitamin D to produce energy, and a lack of it can make you feel tired and sluggish throughout the day. This lack of energy can also cause you to adopt negative behaviors that can have an adverse effect on your health. So listen to your body. If you notice that you are feeling sluggish and can't figure out why, you may just need to get some more vitamin D. Number 4. Reduced endurance. If you are physically active, but you notice that your endurance is decreasing for no apparent reason, low levels of vitamin D may be the cause. As I mentioned in the previous point, vitamin D plays a vital role in maintaining and increasing energy, and this is especially true for endurance. Physically active people can also experience reduced endurance even if they are getting enough sunlight every day. Number 5. Low moods. Vitamin D is not only an important factor in your brain's health, it also affects your mood. The areas of your brain that are associated with mood have vitamin D receptors. Low vitamin D levels can therefore significantly affect your brain cells. While research is still being conducted, there is evidence to suggest that vitamin D can increase certain neurotransmitters in the brain called monoamines. These include feel-good substances like serotonin and dopamine. Not having enough of these chemicals in your brain can cause you to feel low and even depressed. Number 6. Problems sleeping well. It's been discovered that vitamin D also plays a role in getting good sleep at night. The precise relationship between sleep and vitamin D is not yet certain, but research seems to associate the quality of your sleep with vitamin D levels. This association may have something to do with the vitamin D receptors in the brain that control sleep. Receptors that receive insufficient amounts work less efficiently than they should, and this can lead to poor sleep quality. Number 7. Sweaty head. When your body temperature exceeds 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius, you perspire in order to lower your body temperature. This usually is entirely natural. Perspiration even serves to eliminate toxins that gather in fat cells under your skin. However, if your head is sweating while the rest of your body is not, it could be an indication that you may not be getting enough vitamin D. Number 8. Losing hair. Hair follicle growth is stimulated by vitamin D. When they are healthy, hair follicles maintain hair volume. It is, of course, natural to lose hair as you get older, but people can also suffer from hair loss due to a deficiency in vitamin D. This is especially true for women. Research also suggests the connection between low vitamin D levels and alopecia, which is an autoimmune disease that results in bald patches. Number 9. Wounds heal slowly. If you get injured and it takes a long time for your wounds to heal, a lack of vitamin D in your body might be the cause. Vitamin D plays a vital role in rebuilding skin. Thus, if you don't get enough, healing will occur at a much slower pace. This can be especially problematic after a surgery and can also result in more pronounced scarring. Number 10. Dizziness. Vitamin D plays an important role in the proper functioning of your ears. Research has demonstrated that there are vitamin D receptors in the calcium channel transport systems located in the inner ear. These serve in maintaining a proper balance of calcium. When calcium crystals located in your inner ear are dislodged, you can experience sudden bouts of dizziness or a spinning sensation, as well as nausea, among other unpleasant symptoms. This condition is called benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, and there is ample evidence linking it to low levels of vitamin D. Number 11. Heart problems. Perhaps one of the most underestimated risk factors for heart disease is vitamin D deficiency. However, mounting evidence seems to indicate that insufficient levels of it can drastically increase the likelihood of heart disease. There also seems to be a connection with high blood pressure. According to a number of large research studies, low levels of vitamin D can double the risk of having a stroke, heart attack, or other heart complications. Number 12. Excessive body weight. Vitamin D is believed to optimize your body's ability to absorb important nutrients such as calcium, which is essential not only for bone health, but also for a healthy metabolism. It helps your body burn calories. Research suggests that obesity increases the body's need for the vitamin because of the higher amounts of fat tissue. Moreover, people with larger waistlines have trouble converting vitamin D to a more usable form and may need up to 3 times the amount than people of average weight in order to maintain healthy levels. Number 13. Recurring infections. Vitamin D levels have a direct effect on the health of your body's immune system. When your body can process sufficient levels of it, your immune system remains strong and is able to combat infections and diseases as it is meant to do. Not getting enough of this crucial vitamin can result in serious consequences. It can drastically weaken your immune system, leaving you vulnerable to recurring infections and chronic diseases. Number 14. Reduced cognitive function. Vitamin D's biologically active form has been shown to have neuroprotective effects. This means that the vitamin actually helps in the preservation of nerve function, which is very important for your brain to work properly. Research strongly suggests that a deficiency of this vitamin is a significant factor in reduced cognitive ability. In fact, there are clear indications that low levels of vitamin D are connected to dementia as well as Alzheimer's. Furthermore, adults with serious vitamin D deficiencies are 4 times more likely to suffer impaired cognitive function. As you already know, the body produces vitamin D when exposed to sunlight. Those with darker skin naturally produce less vitamin D because the higher levels of melanin in their skin is actually meant to protect against excessive exposure to ultraviolet light. Nevertheless, if you suspect that you may be lacking vitamin D, it's important to get your blood levels checked. The good news is that a vitamin D deficiency is usually easy to fix. You can expose yourself to sunlight more often, include more foods rich in vitamin D in your diet, such as fatty fish or fortified foods like cereal, or simply take a supplement. It can do wonders for your health. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching. 10 foods that make you smart and intelligent. Genius food hack. Are you smart? If you don't consider yourself smart, would you like to be smart? Yes. Being smart is mostly genetics. But do you know that there is something that you could do to help yourself be a little smarter? In this video, we will share with you 10 foods that are good for the brain and could help improve your brain power. Again, it is generally accepted that intelligence is mainly genetic and partly developed through learning. While all that might be true, there is another factor that often gets neglected when it comes to intelligence nutrition. The idea that you could eat your way to be smarter might sound absurd, but when you consider the science behind it, you'll see that it makes complete sense. Certain foods have nutrients and chemicals that don't just keep the brain healthy, but also improve its function. By consuming these 10 foods that make you smart and intelligent, you're effectively taking care of your brain and keeping it in optimal condition so that it functions properly. Number 1. Beets. Beets are filled with antioxidants that offer a host of benefits to the body. Additionally, according to a 2017 study published in the Journals of Gerontology, beet juice boosts the flow of blood to the brain and reverses brain aging. Number 2. Berries. Berries contain flavonoids that have a host of benefits to the brain. In fact, a study published by Annals of Neurology in 2012 proved just how effective berry consumption is to slow cognitive decline. Among the most beneficial berries are blackberries and raspberries. Number 3. Dark chocolate. chocolate. Like berries, dark chocolate is rich in flavonoids. According to a 2018 study published in Nutrients, the flavanol found in dark chocolate doesn't just slow down cognitive decline, it also improves blood flow to the brain as well as boosts overall cognitive function. Number 4. Eggs. Eggs are rich in choline, a nutrient that is essential to proper brain function, according to a study published by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2017. The choline in eggs doesn't just improve cognitive function, but also lowers your risk of Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Number 5. Fatty fish. Fatty fish contains omega-3 fatty acids, including DHA and EPA, which are crucial to maintaining brain health. In fact, a review published by the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease in 2017 showed that regular consumption of fatty fish like salmon and sardines boosts the brain capacity for learning and storing memories. Number 6. Green tea. Green tea is renowned all over the world for its numerous health benefits. Apart from minimizing your risk for cancer and heart problems, it helps boost your brain performance. In a study review published by OncoTarget in 2017, researchers pointed out that the consumption of green tea is inversely related to cognitive disorders. Number 7. Leafy greens. Leafy greens, especially the dark ones like kale and spinach, are packed with vitamin K and other vitamins and nutrients that are vital to brain health. In one study, led by researchers from the Jean Meyer USDA Human Nutrition Research Center on Aging, daily consumption of green leafy vegetables was proven to lead to a younger, more functional brain. Number 8. Nuts. Nuts contain vitamins, minerals, and fatty acids that boost brain health. Walnuts are particularly beneficial because they are rich in ALAS, which are known to enhance cognitive function. In fact, a study published by the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging in 2015 proved this in a clinical study. Number 9. Sage oil. In traditional medicine, sage is generally thought to sharpen the mind. In 2011, a study published by Advances in Nutrition gave that claim some scientific backing. In the study, sage oil was found to be effective in boosting memory and overall brain function. Number 10. Turmeric. Turmeric is rich in a compound called curcumin that has long been proven to have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. However, a lesser-known benefit of turmeric consumption is improved brain health. In a study published by the British Journal of Nutrition, turmeric was proven to be effective in slowing down neurodegeneration, minimizing the risk of Alzheimer's disease, and improving brain function overall. By loading up your diet with these 10 foods that make you smart and intelligent, you help take your brain to optimum health levels. In turn, that allows you to think more clearly, process information more efficiently, and store more memories. Additionally, these brain foods have other health benefits that will keep you in great shape and in your healthiest state. Following are some study references that we used to create this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please share with your friends, and please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so. 12 genuine signs of intelligence. Have you ever encountered someone who really wanted everyone to think they were smart? And whether they were using big words or just flaunting their nerdy hobby, it was quite obvious that they weren't as bright as they tried to appear. While smart individuals are more likely to believe that they aren't particularly smart, less intelligent people are prone to overestimate their competence. Intelligence is indeed something that a lot of people wish they had, and many others attempt to fake. However, there are certain things in life you simply cannot fake, and genuine intelligence is one of them. In fact, there are several indicators that have been scientifically linked to higher levels of intelligence. Here are 12 of them. Number 1. Insatiable curiosity. You might think that pretending to know everything is impressive and makes you look smart. However, it's the ones who admit they don't know everything who are the brightest. It's not just because it displays humility. It's also because it shows their interest in learning new things. Truly intelligent people ask insightful questions and spend hours researching new and exciting topics. As a result, they continue to learn throughout their lives. Number 2. Open-mindedness. Too many people take pride in what they believe, and they often associate their sense of self with their rigid point of view. Intelligent people tend to be more objective because they look at a situation from different perspectives and make an effort to really understand it before making a judgment. While this doesn't mean they are gullible or easily swayed to change their views, they definitely aren't afraid of exploring new concepts and ideas. Number 3, being the silent type. There are many misconceptions about quiet people, like being antisocial, socially awkward, or weird. This isn't necessarily true, though. They may not be the life of the party, but that's because they are taking the time to assess the situation and find someone worth talking to. And if they're already in a group conversation, intelligent people prefer to think about their responses before saying them out loud. They also find silence better than engaging in pointless small talk. Number 4, high adaptability. Life isn't always going to be easy. Some complain about that, and they might even throw a tantrum because adjusting is too much work. Intelligent people, on the other hand, feel more capable of taking on twists and challenges. Adaptability is actually a key component of intelligence. It refers to the ability to adapt to new situations or circumstances. This trait is also linked to resilience or the ability to bounce back from adversity. Intelligent individuals aren't afraid of uncertainty and are prepared to face whatever comes their way. Even when things don't go as planned, they bounce back fast and are eager to try again. Number 5, strong self-control. When hurt, rejected, or dismissed, many people might resort to yelling. Truly intelligent people are different. They don't allow emotions to get the better of them and can therefore avoid rash decisions. They're more the type who think rationally and weigh the pros and cons of a situation. You won't find them throwing things and whatnot. Number 6, ability to acknowledge faults. Those with an ego will never admit a fault or a shortcoming because they feel it makes them inferior. In contrast, intelligent people do not tie their self-worth to their ego, so they have an easier time accepting mistakes and moving on. Being honest with yourself and others is an admirable trait, and it displays high intelligence. Number 7, a knack for wit. Studies have shown that humor and intelligence are correlated. In fact, comedians in particular score higher on IQ tests. That's because humor involves not only processing information, it takes finding the odd angle and perfect timing, as well as higher verbal intelligence. This unique ability and presence of mind allows one to convert even the most inconsequential circumstances and things into something you can burst out laughing at. Number 8, high creativity. Innovative ideas and creative solutions are basically everyday practices. For the highly intelligent, creativity is actually one of the highest forms of intelligence because it requires thinking outside the box. Since intelligent people are able to see things from different perspectives, they excel at problem solving. They're also great at turning visions into reality, which takes incredible know-how and good observation skills in addition to a curious and creative mind. Number 9, strong self-identity. Intelligent people have the wonderful gift of self-awareness. This means they are tapped into their psyche and know their likes and dislikes, goals and ambitions, strengths and weaknesses, and their values. This doesn't mean they think they're perfect. Quite the opposite. They accept their insecurities instead of pretending they aren't there. However, their sense of self doesn't falter just because they have weaknesses. Intelligent people work on their weaknesses while developing their strengths. Number 10, ability to maintain a variety of interests. Intelligent people don't limit themselves to doing one thing. They tend to have several projects they're working on. They might work a full-time job while growing a side hustle, learning a foreign language, taking music lessons, or refinishing all their wooden furniture. While many people like staying busy, these folks prefer to spend their time doing things that help them improve in some way. Number 11, preference for solitude. Intelligent people need their time to recharge away from the world. This doesn't mean they hate people. It just means they like the space to reflect, brainstorm and study past experiences to plan their next move. They understand that the more time they spend socializing, the less time they have for themselves and their ambitions. Of course, they do have friends and family they treasure, but they also need that alone time. Number 12, sensitivity to other people's feelings. Intelligence isn't only determined by a high IQ. Emotional intelligence is just as important. It plays a significant role in the achievement of success. the quality of relationships, and overall happiness. A well-developed EQ enables you to better deal with stress and to understand others and where they're coming from. Being sensitive to the feelings and emotions of people around you also allows you to respond in a way that is appropriate to their needs. Empathy is, in fact, one of the most prominent elements of emotional intelligence. In essence, there are many aspects to human intelligence, but there are certain characteristics and behavioral patterns that can be recognized in highly intelligent individuals. Which of these traits do you identify with the most? Tell us in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching. Top 7 Signs of a Healthy Personality. Personality can be defined by the combination of our individual character traits. These traits are revealed by the way we behave and react to different situations. They can often be perceived through our words, moods, and actions. Your personality plays a major role in every aspect of your life. It affects how you get along with others, your career path, and your overall happiness. And while each person has their own characteristics that make them unique from everyone else, there are some indicators that reveal a healthy personality. So it's good to know how you measure up, especially if you're trying to figure out how to treat yourself and others better. Here are 7 signs of a healthy personality. Number 1. Openness and flexibility of emotional expression. One of the most telling indicators of a healthy personality is the ability to recognize and understand the emotions you're experiencing, as well as being able to express those emotions in an appropriate way. This also includes the ability to identify and understand the feelings of others, which is integral to having healthy relationships. Those who are able to experience the full range of their emotions, even when they're difficult or painful, tend to be happier and more satisfied with life overall. This is because being able to feel your emotions, both good and bad, allows you to be more present in the moment. It also helps you gain perspective on what's really happening in your life, instead of getting caught up in what you think should be happening. Number 2. Healthy self-assertion. A healthy personality is straightforward, meaning that you are honest and open about who you are and don't play games or engage in manipulative behavior. You know how to be direct in your communications without being rude or offensive. Those who are straightforward show that they are genuine, authentic, and confident in themselves. They don't hide their thoughts or emotions and don't feel the need to put on a facade. Number 3. Responsibility and competence. This is a crucial component of a healthy personality. It's the feeling of knowing that you can do whatever you set out to do. It shows that you have a high sense of self-esteem, confidence, and independence a competent person can handle. Life throws at them and doesn't feel like their life is out of control, nor do they feel like they're constantly struggling or failing. They just do what needs to get done. In other words, if you're competent, you are better able to take on new challenges, deal with stress, and solve problems. You don't need constant reassurance from others, and of course, those who are competent tend to be more successful. Number 4. Warmth. Another important indicator of a healthy personality is warmth, which can describe someone who is welcoming, friendly, and kind. It also refers to the ability to be affectionate, caring, and compassionate toward others. Not only are warm people more empathetic, they tend to have a strong sense of morality and justice as well. They stand up for what they believe in, and they're willing to take risks on behalf of others. Furthermore, warm people are less likely to get caught up in things like power struggles or competition, and this helps them avoid conflict and allows them to focus on harmony instead. Thus, they tend to be more successful in both their personal and professional lives, since they're able to connect well with others and get along with just about anyone. Number 5. Optimism and positivity. Positive emotions are feelings that make you feel good, such as joy, love, pride, and amusement, and they are generally the most common in a healthy personality. It's not just about being happy when things are going well, it's about experiencing genuine pleasure even in the small things in life, like listening to your favorite artist or feeling connected with others. The presence of positive emotions is also an indication that you have a good relationship with yourself. It means that you feel good about your life and you're able to manage stress effectively through positive thinking and self-talk. This is important because when we're able to feel good about ourselves, we can approach challenges with an attitude of optimism. Number 6. Openness. To new experiences. The tendency to be open to new ideas, values, and experiences is another indicator of a healthy personality. People who are open-minded tend to be more curious, imaginative, and creative. They're willing to try new things and experiment with different activities. They're also better able to adapt to change, or develop new skills or interests. Additionally, those who are open to new experiences are more likely to learn from their mistakes and adjust their behavior accordingly. Number 7. Low impulsivity. Low impulsivity means better control over your emotions and impulses. You are able to think before you act and can make decisions that are based on facts and reason, not just emotion. This is a sign of a healthy personality because it allows you to consider all of your options and avoid making rash decisions. Less impulsive individuals can wait for things that are worth waiting for. They can stay calm and focused when faced with challenges and are less likely to act on a thought or urge that could lead to regret later on. It's important to recognize that most of these traits are not independent of each other. In fact, they build on one another and contribute to each other's importance in determining a person's overall well-being, happiness, and success. Now that you know the top indicators of a healthy personality, all you need to do is focus on applying these principles to your life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching. How to be lucky. 8 habits of lucky people. Have you ever wondered why some people get ahead in life and seem to get everything they want without really trying? They're often the ones who get promoted or win an award or always seem to be in the right place at the right time. We like to call these people lucky. But is there more to it than that? There are many factors that go into the answer of this question, but one that's often overlooked is how lucky people tend to approach their lives. While luck may not seem like something we can control, there are things we can do to create the conditions for it. So with that in mind, here are 8 things lucky people do differently. Number 1, they take initiative. Lucky people don't wait for things to happen. They take initiative to achieve their goals. Instead of waiting for someone or some external force to come along and hand them the keys to success, they create luck for themselves by taking action. This can mean networking with other people in their industry who can help them get where they want to go, taking on projects that will increase their skill set, and even doing things they've never done before. When it comes to getting what they want, lucky people are proactive. Rather than just reacting when things happen, they know that luck happens when you're prepared for it. So they plan ahead and put themselves in situations where good things are more likely to happen. Number 2, they keep their eyes peeled for opportunity. Not only do lucky people prepare themselves by taking initiative, but they also have a keen ability to notice opportunity when it presents itself. They're good at looking beyond the surface and seeing the potential in an ordinary situation. They are aware that there are opportunities all around us that we might miss if we're not paying attention. Lucky people see possibility even in the most difficult of times and have the ability to look past the current situation and recognize when one door closes, another opens. Number 3, they take calculated risks. Lucky people embrace life as an adventure, and they don't let fear stop them. They understand that being lucky is willing to take chances and try new things even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. In other words, while some people are afraid to make decisions because they're worried about what might happen, lucky people are willing to take chances. They know that taking a risk means a possibility of failure, but it also means there's a chance for success. If you never act, you'll never know for sure, and you'll be stuck in the same place forever. Number 4, they maintain a positive mindset. Lucky people generally expect good things to happen because they know that if you believe in yourself and work hard enough, good things will come. They're also able to see the bright side of bad situations. When something doesn't go the way they wanted to, they look at it as an opportunity to learn and grow instead of getting upset or discouraged. A lucky person views failure as feedback, not punishment. So when they fail at something, they take it as a reason to improve, and then they keep trying. Rather than dwelling on past mistakes or worrying about what might happen next, lucky people focus on where they're headed and what they can do right now. Number 5, they use creative methods to solve problems. Lucky people are able to step back and assess a situation. They don't get caught up in the details of a problem. They see the big picture and can recognize how one event affects another and how one solution will solve multiple problems at once. The ability to do this allows them to develop creative solutions that others might not think of. Number 6, they keep themselves flexible and open-minded. Lucky people have a lot of things going for them, but one of the most important is that they keep themselves flexible and open-minded. They don't get stuck in old ways or worry about things they can't control. Instead, they embrace change and are adaptable in their thinking, always ready to try something different. They know that while change can be scary, it's often worth exploring new possibilities. The more open your mind is to new ideas, the more likely it is that something good will come along and surprise you. Number 7, they trust their own insight. We all have intuition, but lucky people trust it more often than not. They listen to their hunches, which are often based on unconscious pattern recognition from past experiences. This can be a little scary for some people because it means trusting your gut when doing something. But lucky people know that this is what makes them lucky. They're able to make decisions without necessarily having all the facts. For them, luck is a state of mind, not circumstance. After all, you can't control how things will turn out in the end, but you can control how you approach things and how much effort you put into them. The more effort you put into something, the more likely it is to go well. Number 8, they persevere through tough times. Lucky people aren't lucky all the time. In fact, they often encounter challenges and setbacks. But they don't give up easily. And this is a key difference between them and other people. They don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. They know that the only way to get ahead in life is to keep going. And they push themselves forward even when things are tough. If something isn't working for them right now, it doesn't mean it won't work later. When faced with obstacles and difficulties, we have two choices. We can allow ourselves to be overcome by them, which will only make things worse, or we can use them as motivation to keep moving toward our goals. Lucky people choose the latter. In a way, luck is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and you can create your own luck by changing your attitude and making smart moves. So if you want to feel more lucky, try implementing these habits and watch what happens. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching. 10 worst foods for your brain. What not to eat more than your appearance. What you put in your mouth affects your brain. The food you eat can increase your brain power, stimulate cognitive function, and improve your memory. On the other hand, some foods can have a devastating effect on your brain, and it's best to consume them moderately to limit their negative impact. So avoid these common foods if you want a healthy brain. Number 1, sugar. Sugar and sugar-rich foods can affect your memory and your intelligence in the long run, not to mention that they can also lead to a variety of different neurological problems over the years. In a nutshell, sugar is known to decrease the brain activity by interfering with the insulin's capacity to help the brain cells do their normal work, thus leading to memory loss. The more sugar you consume, the more prone you are to experiencing learning impairment or memory loss over the years. Besides this, the addictive nature of sugar is widely known to everybody, and this has some severe long-term consequences that take their toll on one's cognitive skills. Number 2, trans fats. Trans fats cause a series of problems, from heart-related issues to elevated cholesterol and obesity. However, they are bad for your brain as well. As they make your brain more sluggish, they affect your reflexes and the quality of your brain responses, not to mention that they can increase the risk of stroke. Trans fats can also have other effects on your brain. If consumed for too long, they can result in a sort of brain shrinkage that is somewhat similar to the shrinkage caused by Alzheimer's disease. Number 3, high sodium foods. Everybody knows that salty foods affect your blood pressure, and they're very hard on your heart. However, research suggests that food that contains high amounts of salt can affect your cognitive function and impair your ability to think. Otherwise stated, salty foods affect your intelligence. As a matter of fact, the consumption of salty foods have been shown to have the same effect as drugs, as they cause harsh withdrawal symptoms and cravings for salty foods. Number 4, fast food. While convenient, fast food is anything but healthy, plus it can make you fat, given the high number of calories. Beyond that, fast food contains ingredients that in high doses are bad for your brain. This includes trans fat, saturated fat, sodium, sugar, and a shitload of fillers you can't even pronounce. It's been shown that prolonged fast food consumption can affect the production of dopamine, which is commonly referred to as the hormone of happiness, and if the brain's natural production of dopamine is affected, this can lead to anxiety and depression. In addition, fast food can also affect your capacity to focus, your overall learning capacity, as well as your memory, which may speed up the cognitive decline that normally appears as we age. Number 5. Foods that contain pesticide residue. Fruits and vegetables are among the healthiest foods you can eat, but commercially grown fruits and veggies are commonly contaminated with pesticides. Increased intake of foods that contain pesticide residue leads to loss of neurons in some areas of the brain, and long-term exposure to pesticides can kill brain cells and trigger symptoms that are linked with Parkinson's disease. Number 6. Tuna. Do you still eat tuna because you think it's good for you? Well, the latest scientific research shows that eating tuna can be hazardous to your health. Tuna flesh is loaded with heavy metals because of the contaminated fish they eat. Tuna fish also accumulate toxic mercury in their flesh as a result of industrial pollution. The side effects of mercury poisoning include cognitive impairment and coordination problems, so the toxicity greatly outweighs any possible health benefits of omega-3 fatty acids. Number 7. Microwave popcorn. Who doesn't love popcorn? It's fast, convenient, and delicious, but microwave popcorn is possibly the absolute worst food for your brain. It usually contains butter flavoring with the additive diacetyl. It's already established that this chemical causes a serious condition called microwave popcorn lung, but diacetyl is also able to cross the blood-brain barrier, a defense which prevents harmful substances from entering the brain. It causes beta-amyloid clumping, which is a significant indicator of Alzheimer's. You won't see the word diacetyl on the label, but if you see artificial butter flavor or natural flavors on the label, assume the product contains the neurotoxin. Number 8. Processed foods. The food additives, preservatives, and food dyes contained in processed foods have a negative impact on cognitive functions and behavior in children. Artificial food additives consist of about 3,000 different chemicals that are added to processed foods. And among the popular additives, MSG, which is used to emphasize the flavor of the foods, can wreak havoc on your brain health, attacking the brainstem naturally. Consumption of these foods isn't beneficial for your health, and things get even worse when you eat this type of food on a daily basis. Number 9. Soy. This may come as a surprise to many, but this so-called healthy bean can be harmful if consumed in large quantities. Studies have found evidence that a high consumption of soy has a negative effect on the brain, especially for those over 68. Although it's not entirely clear what effect soy products have on the aging brain, soy seems to heighten the risk of dementia and lower memory function. Number 10. Artificial sweeteners. When people try to lose weight, they have a tendency to think that they'll become slim overnight by simply replacing sugar with artificial sweeteners. While it is true that artificial sweeteners do contain less calories, they can actually do more harm than good if used for an extended period of time. Artificial sweeteners can cause brain damage and interfere with your cognitive capacity, especially if you use it in high amounts. The bottom line is, these really are the worst foods to eat, and most of them should come as no surprise. So try to avoid, or at least limit your consumption of these foods to preserve your brain health as you age. Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. If you thought this video was useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button to see more videos from us. 10 unsolved mysteries that science still can't explain. We usually tend to assume that science can answer all the questions that we have, or at least provide somewhat of a conclusion. Yet science isn't perfect, and the nature of our reality means that we'll always be looking for others. So let's check out some unsolved mysteries that science still can't explain. Number 1. Psychic powers and ESP. It's no surprise that psychic powers and ESP, or extrasensory perception, rank among the top unexplained mysteries, if for no other reason than the widespread belief in them. Researchers are always testing people who claim to have psychic powers, but the results so far have been negative or ambiguous. Some have argued that psychic powers cannot be tested or for some unknown reason, diminish in the presence of skeptics or scientists. Well, if this is the case, then science will never be able to prove or disprove the existence of psychic powers. What do you think? Number 2. The placebo effect. The placebo effect is a remarkable phenomenon in which a fake treatment in a form of an inactive substance such as sugar, distilled water, or saline solution can sometimes improve a patient's condition simply because the person has the expectation that it will be helpful. The placebo effect is indeed real and has been shown to repeatedly occur in controlled tests by leading scientific studies. As long as your brain believes that the medication will work, it likely will. Pretty crazy stuff, right? Number 3. Yawning. Yawning itself isn't very exciting. In fact, the yawn is commonly used as a symbol of boredom or fatigue. Yawning is a part of life pretty much from birth, and it's something we all do. But why do we yawn? Well, unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you, and neither does science. However, there are many theories floating around about yawning, but nothing is concrete. One theory explains that we yawn due to a subtle lack of oxygen flow, thus probing ourselves into the act of gulping down some extra oxygen. Number 4. The stone balls of Costa Rica. One of the most amazing mysteries that science still can't explain is the stone balls of Costa Rica. These stone balls are littered throughout the country, and they range from the size of bowling balls up to 8 feet in diameter. Scientists haven't been able to pin down the exact time when they were made, but estimates range from as early as 200 BC to as late as the 1500s. Nobody knows where they came from or how they got there, but there is speculation among scientists regarding the nature of the stone's creation. The most popular theory is that they are man-made, though some do believe that they were formed naturally. Number 5. The Voyage Manuscript. The Voyage Manuscript is a 246-page book that's filled with botanical illustrations, along with written word that modern man has so far been incapable of deciphering. Carbon dating places the book at around 1400, but our inability to translate the words in the manuscript has made it nearly impossible to place in terms of which civilization or culture it belongs to. Researchers are tentatively calling it a book on medicine, possibly a guide to women's health, that's mostly plagiarized from other guides of the era. While attempts have been made to decode the Voynich manuscript, scholars have started to debunk claims about the book, noting that the translations make no sense and that a lot of the so-called original findings were done by other researchers. Number 6. Bigfoot. For decades now, a large, hairy man-like beast named Bigfoot has occasionally been reported by eyewitnesses across America. Despite the thousands of Bigfoot sightings, not a single body has ever been found. Not even a clear picture. Not a single one has been killed by a hunter, a speeding car, or even died of natural causes. While in the absence of hard evidence, such as teeth or bones or even hair, these claims are all from eyewitness accounts and ambiguous films and photos. Since it is impossible to prove something that there is no evidence of, science will never be able to prove that such creatures like Bigfoot do not exist. Number 7. Klerksdorp spheres. These mysterious small objects, carbon dated to be about 3 billion years old, have been collected by miners in South Africa. While geologists who have studied these objects argue that the spheres are the result of natural processes, the markings on them are balanced more accurately than we can even make today. These spheres have been cited by some alternative researchers and reporters in books and popular articles as inexplicable out-of-place artifacts that could only have been manufactured by intelligent beings. I guess we'll never really know. Number 8. Intuition. We've all experienced the phenomena of intuition at one time or another. Of course, gut feelings can be wrong, but they often seem so right. Psychologists have noted that we subconsciously pick up information about the world around us, leading us to seemingly sense or know information without knowing exactly just how or why we know it. However, cases of intuition are quite difficult to prove or study, and psychology may only be part of the answer. Number 9. Ghosts. Spirits of the dead have made appearances in our culture and folklore for centuries. Many people have reported seeing apparitions of strangers and departed loved ones. While definitive proof of the existence of ghosts remains rather elusive, sincere eyewitnesses continue to report seeing, photographing, and even communicating with ghosts. Of course, ghost hunters hope that one day they will prove that the dead can contact the living, providing a final answer to the mystery. For now, we can just hide under the covers until we know for sure. Number 10. The mind-body connection. In terms of medical science, we're only at the beginning of understanding the ways in which the mind influences the body. This means that our thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and attitudes can positively or negatively affect our biological functioning. In other words, our minds can affect how healthy our bodies are. While there are many unexplained mysteries, the mind-body connection might just be among the most amazing of all. There you have it, 10 unsolved mysteries that science still can't explain. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. If you thought this video was useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button to see more videos from us. 15 cute things girls do that guys love. Generally, girls do not need to try very hard to impress a guy. In fact, they usually don't have to try at all. Men are visual creatures who want things that look pleasing to their eyes. It turns out there are many cute things girls do that guys love, and knowing about these things may also help improve your relationship. Let's get right to it. Number 1. Natural look. Girls have a bit of an obsession with makeup and often refuse to leave the house without a painted face. But little do they realize that guys find their natural look so cute and even irresistible. While guys do love when a girl dresses up and looks glamorous, they really appreciate when she doesn't wear any makeup and goes natural and comfortable around them. It shows her ease and confidence. Number 2. Calling his name. Whether a girl calls out a guy's name in the bedroom or just whispers it naughtily while out in public, guys love it. Even something as simple as calling his name when she needs some help or just greeting him is enough to make him secretly giddy inside. Number 3. Wearing his clothes. Guys absolutely adore when their girlfriends put on their shirts and t-shirts. Not only do they look absolutely adorable in those oversized clothes, but they also look really hot. There's a sense of safety and security whenever a guy finds his girlfriend lounging around in his clothes. It means that they're both comfortable around each other. Number 4. Wearing glasses. Guys often find it cute when a girl wears glasses, even sexy. Maybe there really is something good about looking geeky. It could also be because it evokes teacher fantasies. Whatever it is, it works. Number 5. Bedhead. There's something incredibly cute and alluring about a girl who can look good with bedhead. She's in her most raw and natural state, very vulnerable, but she manages to pull it off. Most guys find this absolutely irresistible. Number 6. Biting her lips. Lip biting is an age-old form of flirting, and there's something about it that makes guys notice a girl. But if a girl has a habit of biting her lips unconsciously, this really adds to her personality and makes her guy fall in love with her all over again. Number 7. Laughing. A free-spirited laugh that lights up your face is contagious, and guys find it irresistible. When girls have an honest laugh, even a giggle can make things work. Not only does it put guys at ease, it also makes them more attracted to girls, especially if it's their jokes they're laughing at. Number 8. Playing with her hair. A girl's hair is a source of attraction in itself. Playing with it adds to that, and guys definitely like to see a girl play with her hair, whether it's intentional or not. There's something about this playing with hair thing that has some kind of magical attraction effect on guys. They also see it as a sign of interest. Maybe that's what it is. Whether she's twirling her locks or placing them behind her ears is not only cute, but also very graceful and feminine, too. Number 9. Reaching for something. Girls often get up on their toes, mainly to reach for something high up. This is something all guys find cute, and they just cannot get enough of it. Whether they're in a store reaching for something, or at a guy's place trying to reach the top shelf of his cupboard, believe it or not, guys will take their sweet time before helping because they're admiring the view. Number 10. Wearing a baseball cap. Guys find it cute whenever they see a girl wearing a baseball hat forwards. Now, I'm not talking about when a girl grabs a hat off a guy's head for a cheesy selfie. I'm talking about when a girl buys her own hats and wears them properly. She may look a little awkward, but hat's probably what makes it so cute. Number 11. The way she gets scared. Sometimes girls' fears are rational, and sometimes they're not. But guys are fascinated that someone can be so strong when it comes to the big things in life and so scared when it comes to the little things like spiders and basically anything that's creepy and crawly. Having said that, they're more than willing to kill a spider for a girl or walk her to the car at night when she doesn't want to walk alone. Guys like when a girl is afraid sometimes because it allows them to step up and be their protector. Number 12. Video games and sports. Guys love it when they find girls who have similar interests, especially fun-loving and adventurous ones. And girls who are interested in sports and video games drive men crazy. Of course, not all girls are into that. But when they join in and show support, guys find it adorable. Number 13. Cooking. Guys love it when girls try to cook and show their affection this way. Even if they are not the best chefs in the world, they still make an effort to cook something. And although their attempt may not always turn out as expected, their effort is still acknowledged. Number 14. Pleading eyes. This is definitely one of the cutest things girls do to make guys appreciate and love them a lot more. And most guys will agree that girls look exceptionally cute when they wake up in the morning wrapped up in a blanket with that lost look in their eyes. This not only holds true at the start of a relationship or fling, but throughout the entire relationship. Number 15. Cuddling. Guys will sometimes say they don't like to cuddle, but when a guy is madly in love with a girl, he will want to cuddle with her all the more. There's nothing like having the girl he loves wrap it up in the safety and security of his arms. Whether she wraps herself around his neck when she sees him, lays across his lap while watching a movie, or uses his entire body as a source of heat in bed, it makes him feel good. Do you agree with this list? Can you think of any other cute things girls do that guys love? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching. The power of not reacting. How to control your emotions. Do you have a temper and get worked up over the smallest things? If so, you need to learn how to control your emotions. In a world full of stressful situations, it can be easy to get caught up in all the chaos. But by being mindful of your emotions and learning to keep them in check, you can take back control of fear and make positive changes for the future. In this video, you'll learn how to keep your emotions under control and what you should do in those heated situations. Number 1. Identify your emotional triggers. Identifying your emotional triggers is the first step to controlling your emotions. Emotional triggers are things that make you feel angry or upset. They can be anything from certain people, memories and places, to specific words and even smells. We all have different triggers, so this requires some self-reflection and introspection. But knowing what triggers your emotions will help you manage them more effectively instead of lashing out in anger. Number 2. Take a few deep breaths. Whenever you find yourself becoming overly agitated, take a minute to breathe and calm yourself so that you don't react in a way you'll regret later. Breathing is one of the most effective ways to calm down quickly when you're angry, upset, or frustrated. This can be especially useful if you're feeling overwhelmed by stress. Taking 3 to 4 deep breaths soothes your nervous system and reduces stress, which in turn helps you relax and feel more in charge of your emotions. Number 3. Don't bottle up strong feelings. You may think that bottling up strong feelings will make them go away, but this is not true when it comes to controlling your emotions. The key here is regulation, not repression. Regulating your emotions means acknowledging that you have strong feelings and knowing how to best deal with them in a healthy way, like talking about them or writing them down. Repressing your emotions means avoiding or ignoring what you feel and pretending that you don't care about something when deep down you really do. This can cause a buildup of negative feelings and lead to aggression later on down the road. Number 4. Use I statements instead of you statements when you're triggered. Your emotions might be storming inside you, but know that your choice of words can either help improve the situation or make things worse. When someone says or does something you don't like, it's easy to say things like "you always do this" or "you never listen." But using such statements will likely just provoke anger and defensiveness from the other person. So instead of putting blame on someone for your emotions, take responsibility and acknowledge how you feel. For example, rather than saying "you are always late," say, "I feel upset when you are late because it makes me worry about your safety." This keeps it focused on how you feel, instead of making judgments about the other person's behavior. Number 5. Don't raise your voice. Raising your voice is a sign of losing control. When you get angry, it's natural to want to express your feelings and thoughts in the loudest way possible, but this doesn't do anything more than escalate a situation. Conversely, your words will have more power when you use a calm and assertive tone. You may even be able to persuade someone who disagrees with you if your argument is backed by facts and logic. Maintaining your composure helps both parties feel respected and improves communication, making it easier to resolve conflicts. Number 6. Avoid making assumptions. Assuming things about other people's behavior or intentions without being entirely sure of them can lead to some pretty explosive moments. Assumptions are dangerous because they are based on incomplete information. If you make an assumption and overreact based on that, the other person may feel attacked and start overreacting too. So next time someone says or does something you disagree with or don't understand, don't jump to conclusions. Instead, ask questions to clarify what they mean before forming an opinion about their comment or action. This will allow them to explain themselves more clearly so that you can both fully understand one another's position and move forward constructively. Number 7. Empathize. When you feel like your emotions are getting the best of you, you may get carried away by them instead of staying rational about what's happening around you. This is especially true when dealing with a difficult situation involving another person. But if you want to control your emotions when things get heated, then being able to empathize with others is extremely important. And this requires you to imagine yourself in their shoes and see the situation from their perspective. As hard as it may be at times, you need to keep in mind that everyone has problems and issues. They might be having a bad day or some kind of challenge in their personal life. Look, you may not always agree with someone's behavior or opinions, but having empathy for them will allow you to respond more appropriately. Number 8. Take a time out. If you've tried everything and are still struggling to keep your emotions in check, take a time out. It's an effective strategy for preventing overreaction and resolving conflict. It gives you the opportunity to calm down, to think about what you want to say or how you want to say it, and return with a clearer head. This is particularly helpful if the other person makes you feel hurt or defensive. Taking a few minutes alone can help diffuse some of the tension before returning and engaging in constructive dialogue. Remember, when you don't react, you leave space to respond. You can always choose your attitude and the way you process information. Even if someone else is trying to provoke a reaction from you, you control your emotions and how they affect your actions. This means that if someone tries to get under your skin, it's ultimately up to you whether or not that incident will spark an emotional reaction in you. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching. Embarking on a journey beyond our planet, the cosmos presents an enigmatic tapestry of wonders that continue to captivate and confound us. From celestial bodies that defy explanation to puzzling cosmic phenomena. Delving into the depths of this cosmic enigma, we unveil the top 15 space mysteries that have intrigued scientists, astronomers, and curious minds alike. Each mystery sparks a quest for knowledge, beckoning us to uncover the secrets that lie within the infinite expanse of the cosmos. Number 1. Dark matter and dark energy. The discovery that the visible matter in the universe accounts for only a small fraction of its total mass and energy raises questions about the nature of dark matter and dark energy, which seem to dominate the cosmos. Number 2. Cosmic microwave background radiation, the afterglow of the Big Bang. The cosmic microwave background radiation offers a window into the early universe. Understanding its patterns and fluctuations could provide insights into the universe's origin and evolution. Number 3. Black holes. These enigmatic cosmic entities possess such strong gravitational pulls that not even light can escape them. How they form, what happens inside them, and the relationship between black holes and the rest of the universe remain intriguing puzzles. Number 4. The Great Attractor. Mysterious gravitational forces seem to be pulling galaxies towards a specific point in space dubbed the Great Attractor. Unraveling its exact nature and location continues to challenge astronomers. Number 5. Cosmic expansion. The universe is expanding at an accelerating rate, a discovery that defies conventional physics. Uncovering the forces behind this expansion and its ultimate fate is a central mystery. Number 6. Fermi paradox. With countless stars and potential habitable planets, the absence of confirmed extraterrestrial civilizations raises the question, are we alone in the universe? The Fermi paradox probes the contradiction between the high probability of life and the lack of contact. Number 7. The wow signal. In 1977, an unexplained radio signal was detected from space, known as the wow signal. Despite efforts to locate its source, its origin remains a mystery, fueling speculation about potential extraterrestrial communication. Number 8. Exoplanets and habitability. The discovery of thousands of exoplanets, planets outside our solar system, has sparked interest in identifying those with the potential for life. What conditions are necessary for habitability, and could life exist beyond Earth? Number 9. Fast radio bursts, FRBs, intense, millisecond-long bursts of radio waves from deep space, known as fast radio bursts, have baffled scientists since their discovery. Their origins and nature remain speculative, ranging from natural phenomena to alien technology. Number 10. The nature of time and space. The relationship between space and time is at the heart of Einstein's theory of relativity, yet many aspects remain unexplored. Concepts like wormholes, time dilation, and the nature of a singularity challenge our fundamental understanding. Number 11. The missing baryons mystery. In the vastness of space, scientists have discovered a shortage of baryonic matter, the normal matter that makes up stars, planets, and galaxies. Despite theories predicting its abundance, a significant amount of baryons seems to be missing. Unraveling this mystery involves searching for the lost matter that should exist, but hasn't been observed. Number 12. The age of some stars. Certain stars appear older than the universe itself, an apparent paradox that challenges our understanding of stellar evolution and cosmic history. Resolving this mystery involves re-evaluating our methods for estimating star ages and investigating whether there are anomalies in the observed data. Number 13. The Pioneer Anomaly. Spacecraft like the Pioneer probes exhibited unexpected accelerations as they ventured beyond our solar system. This unexplained force, known as the Pioneer Anomaly, remains a puzzle, with potential explanations ranging from thermal radiation to new physics yet to be discovered. Number 14. The Kuiper Belt's shape. The Kuiper Belt, a region beyond Neptune populated with icy objects, has an unexpected and puzzling elongated shape. Understanding what cosmic processes shaped this region's form and distribution could provide insights into the early solar system's dynamics. Number 15. The nature of quasars. Quasars, incredibly bright objects fueled by supermassive black holes, raise questions about their origins and the immense energy they release. Studying these distant phenomena can shed light on the early universe, as well as on the mechanisms that power quasars' intense radiation. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. For daily videos like this, hit the subscribe button and press the notification bell. 20 self-improvement tips to improve your personality. Each one of us wants to be perfect in every field and choice of our life, but the fact remains that not everyone can be perfect in all the aspects of life. Personality development is not something that can be achieved in a day or a week. It's an ongoing process that you need to achieve. To keep up your personal growth and prosperity, you need to work on your mental abilities first, developing high spirit, IQ of mind, and being emotionally strong. In this video, we are sharing 20 tips on how to improve your personality. Number 1. Be a decision maker. Personal improvement requires many strong choices. You have to make decisions without hesitation, even if you lacked all of the information you need to be certain of the decision. Number 2. Speak carefully. Hold back and count to 10 silently before you speak in anger. Take a deep breath and consider of a serene place. Stay calm and talk only what is necessary. Number 3. Intelligent control himself. Facial expression is one of the signs that describe your feelings most easily recognizable. Strive expression neutral. Mimic your face even when you are angry or stressed. Middle, and do not let a frown for frown slowly will make you look older. Number 4. Good manners. Pick up and educate yourself on good manners and the right etiquette. Acceptable behaviors are essential soft skills that you need to acquire in the social and business setting. Number 5. Body language. The right body language is another soft skill that you must educate yourself. The right positive body language can effectively make you appear more approachable, confident, and professional. Number 6. Learn from mistakes. Learn from your mistakes and recognize it when you can't manage a situation. Be practical and smart about everything you face in life. Number 7. Help others. Always help other people any way possible and try to bring smiles to people's face, especially when they find them so down and low about themselves. Help them rise up on their feet. Number 8. Hairstyle. The right hairstyle to suit your face and lifestyle is just as important to give you that polished and positive professional look. Avoid the greasy and messy hairstyle. Number 9. Update yourself. Do your best to make every day a bit better than before. Strive to observe each day as a means to get better. Search for customs to grow ahead of the person you were in the past. Number 10. Set a goals. Always set goals for yourself. Meaningful and achievable goals. Setting meaningful and achievable goals for your life is important for improvement and development. Number 11. Have a sense of humor. How much weight your day? Try to not shake the feeling of humor. Laughter is good for the soul and helps make people around you feel better. And you have addressed a good personality. Number 12. Overcome your fears. All of us have fears. Fear of uncertainty, fear of public speaking, fear of risk. All our fears keep us in the same position and prevent us from growing. Number 13. Improve inner self. You must look inside instead of focusing on your outer appearance. It has no difference if you look good wearing the expensive clothes. Your personality will prevail in your life. So instead of making superficial changes, put extra effort to improve your inner self. Number 14. Dress well. Do dress well to project your personality and professionalism. You should invest in better quality clothes that you can afford, which look and feel better. Number 15. Have a fixed exercise routine. Never compromise on exercise. A fit and healthy physical body is the first step towards your personal growth. Number 16. Learn the progress. Recognize your boundaries before engaging in your own progress. If you admit that you are simply a small part of this world, you will start to be aware how much you still have to learn. Number 17. Feel the feelings of people. Think about how you want to take someone else before you spit out angry feelings to others. There was no one around you who want to be the object of your frown. Number 18. Make yourself better. Find out what kind of things are getting in the way of you being triumphant. It's tough to do for a lot of people. However, when you are capable to see the areas in which you need to develop, you will also be able to get better. Number 19. Look good. Always look well groomed, as this is the first thing that people will notice. For men, you should avoid the unshaven look, and for the ladies, appropriate makeup to enhance your look will make a world of difference. And number 20. Wake up early. Early to bed and early to rise is recommended for good reasons. Rising up early in the morning helps to improve your productivity and your quality of life. Personality development requires the right thinking how you perceive yourself. When you make a decision to grow as a person, one of the tips for personality development is to think of yourself as you wish you were. Better start working on that now. Believe you have those traits even before you get evidence. Sooner or later, you'll begin to see yourself acting as you think you are. To become who you want to be, you need to be strong, determined, and disciplined. If you found this video helpful, then like, share and subscribe our channel to get future videos. How to deal with socially awkward situations. Social anxiety tips. Do you have a fear of judgment, fear of crowds, or fear of saying the wrong thing? Perhaps they all make you run the other way. Fear is one thing that can keep you away from situations, specifically, situations where you have to interact with others. While in the short term, avoiding certain situations can relieve your fear, it will only reinforce your social anxiety in the long term because you're not doing anything about it. But I have some good news for you. There are ways you can cope with socially awkward situations. Alright, let's check them out. Number 1. Being taken advantage of. People with social anxiety often lack assertiveness. They're afraid of upsetting others or being judged negatively. However, being more assertive can help a lot. It's a skill that can improve relationships. It lets others know what you need and what you expect. Practice being assertive by stating your needs in a calm way and listening to others' needs as well. This way, you can reach a compromise. Number 2. Blushing in front of everyone. Blushing is a common symptom of social anxiety. Whenever you're singled out or made the center of attention, you probably find that your face flushes red, and you know just how shitty this can be. While you may never completely stop blushing, there is something that might help. Try monitoring your thoughts about the situation. Say things to yourself like, People are probably not noticing as much as I think they are. Number 3. Panicking. If asked on a date, dating can be difficult as is, but it's much worse when you have social anxiety. You panic just thinking about it. A first date takes the stress of talking to someone and ramps it up with additional pressure and romantic scrutiny. It's a good kind of stress, though, at least if your date goes well. If you suffer from social anxiety, it's best to choose an activity that either gives you something to talk about or doesn't require you to talk the whole time. Also, try not to sweat it even if things get uncomfortable. We've all recovered from embarrassing early dating mistakes. Number 4. Standing alone at a party. Most likely, you don't even want to go to the party, but your friend coerces you to go. Once you get there, your friend goes off chatting with people, and you find yourself alone. You need to do something, and at this point, small talk will be the key. Making small talk is usually easier if you plan what to say in advance. If you don't know someone, try topics like weather, news, sports, or you can even mention something about the party, but try to keep it positive. If you know the person well, you can mention something that connects the two of you, be it from the past or present, but again, try to keep it somewhat positive. In any case, if you find yourself alone at a party or gathering, look for someone who also seems to be lacking company. Offer an opener such as, "Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?" Now this doesn't sound too original or exciting, but it will be enough to start a conversation. Number 5. Talking about taboo subjects. People get uncomfortable talking to each other about all sorts of things: money, religion, politics, and so on, even more so if you have social anxiety. However, there's a lot we can learn from other perspectives on all topics. The key is to stick to the facts and try to find common ground when discussing controversial subjects. Number 6. Not knowing any of your neighbors. Are you afraid to talk to your neighbors? Perhaps you worry that they have negative thoughts about you, but unless you gave them reason to, this is probably not the case. They don't even know you. Simply offer a smile or say hello. You can also offer to help. For example, offer to help with groceries or hold a door for them. It's really that easy. Number 7. Having to use a public washroom. You may be very uncomfortable using a public washroom, and you find yourself anxious or agitated once you're in the washroom stall or at the urinal. Sometimes social anxiety can make it difficult to actually go to the bathroom, as the muscles that control your bowel movements and your ability to urinate to freeze or tighten up. Breathing exercises can help you feel calm and relaxed, which will then help loosen up your bladder or bowels and allow you to go get in a relaxing headspace. By putting on headphones and listening to music on your smartphone, you may find it helpful to distract yourself by playing your favorite game on your phone while letting out a big one. This will allow you to focus on the game rather than your discomfort or embarrassment. Number 8. Giving up on things because of your social anxiety. You might be contemplating on starting a new venture, but your social anxiety keeps getting in the way. You give up before you even try. Don't give up on your goals because of social anxiety. It's still possible to achieve what you want in life. Set goals for yourself and work towards them either by using self-help books or with the help of someone you trust, like a friend, a relative, or a professional. Number 9. Spending holidays alone. Many people with social anxiety feel alone on special days of the year, such as Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and even on their own birthdays. Try making those days feel like any other day of the year, or plan something special to do for yourself. Number 10. When you feel misunderstood. People with social anxiety are often misunderstood by others. You may be asked why you're so quiet or why you don't speak up more. It's best to think in advance about how you will respond to the situation the next time it happens. This way, you won't be caught off guard and have nothing to say and reply. You can respond with something like, "I get that a lot, actually. Once you get to know me, I can be quite talkative." Social anxiety can take over your life. It can control everything you do or don't do. You probably don't want to live your entire life this way, so you should consider breaking free from this rut. To get started, do something that is totally out of your comfort zone. Try signing up for a class or an activity that requires you to be around people. The only way you can really conquer a fear is to face it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. For daily videos like this, hit the subscribe button and press the notification bell. How to memorize fast and easily. Whether it's a new technology, a foreign language, or an advanced skill, being a quick learner can certainly give you an edge, but using the following memorization techniques can have an even greater effect on your brain. First, you learn the information at hand, and second, you become better at remembering over time. Here are some of the most commonly used techniques that can help you with everything from memorizing a speech to remembering names of new people you meet. Number 1. The low side technique. Popularly known as the memory palace, this technique is believed to have been developed in ancient Greece, and it's easy to use. All you have to do is try to associate each item you're trying to remember with a specific image and a place. The effectiveness of this technique relies on your ability to mentally see and walk around in that place with ease. A good first choice could be your own home. Now go on and mentally walk around your memory palace. After you go through the door, what's in the first room? What is the next feature that catches your attention? It may be the table in the dining room or a picture on the wall. Continue making mental notes of those features as you go, and use each as a memory slot to store a single piece of information. You can use this technique to memorize tons of information from lists, birthdays, names, and faces. Number 2. Mnemonics. We've all encountered mnemonics as kids. Whether it was to learn the alphabet or a number of days in each month, we were presented with acronyms, music, or rhyme to remember and retrieve information. Another popular mnemonic is memorable sentences that are constructed out of words that start with the same letter as the items you're trying to memorize. While most mnemonics can be a bit tricky to remember, once you do, it's going to be preserved in your mind for a long time. Number 3. The storytelling technique. Stories encompass all the qualities of information that make our brain love and remember it, which are vivid and colorful pictures and engaging plot lines. By creating different images that include items you need to memorize and connecting them in a sequence, you create a story your brain can follow. For example, say you're trying to remember that you need to buy milk, eggs, and bread at the grocery store. You might picture taking a bath in milk, stepping out onto the bathroom floor, which is covered in eggshells, and drying yourself off with slices of bread. Weird, yes, but that's the key. You want to make the items stand out in your mind. Number 4. Chunking. The chunking technique is all about grouping items in order to remember them easier. Most people come across this technique when they are trying to memorize phone numbers, social security numbers, or bank account numbers. But this technique can be used for other types of information as well. The key aspect that makes this technique work is grouping things based on semantic encoding, meaning things are put in groups according to context or pattern. Number 5. Building technique. This is a technique that can be built on top of the techniques I just mentioned, and it can actually help you expand much further beyond simply recalling facts, names, and phone numbers. While recalling facts can be helpful, nothing beats deep knowledge and a profound understanding. This, however, cannot be achieved by a mere recalling of things. A fact or concept that you understand has a much higher chance of sticking in your memory compared to something you just memorized. Once you introduce a sense of understanding and meaning to the things you are trying to remember, you can both remember things better and apply them in different contexts. The building technique is mostly useful when you need to remember bigger, more complex concepts or facts. The key element of this method is to relate facts and concepts to each other in order to help you understand them better. Number 6. Mind maps. Mind maps are known for their benefit in increasing creative thinking, but they can also be used for learning new information or simply organizing it in a more coherent way. For example, if you are new to a job, you can use mind maps to better understand the products and services your company is offering, or even develop your own sales and marketing techniques. All you need is a piece of paper and a pen, and start by writing down the main topic or idea you are trying to remember. Proceed by connecting it with subtopics, with simple lines as they relate to each other. The further away from the main topic you are, the more in detail you get about that topic. Number 7. Write it. Don't type it. Put away your laptop, because you're more likely to remember information if you write your notes by hand. When you're writing by hand, your brain is more active in forming each letter compared to typing it on a keyboard, where each letter is represented by identical keys. Also, research has shown that when people take notes on their laptops, they tend to transcribe information verbatim. Conversely, when taking notes by hand, we tend to reframe the information in our own words. It's a more active kind of learning. Number 8. Learn in short bursts. Brief, Frequent learning sessions are much more effective than longer and frequent ones. Experts suggest dedicating 30 to 50 minutes to learning new material. Anything less than 30 is just not enough. But anything more than 50 is too much information for your brain to take in at one time. Once you're done, take a 5 to 10 minute break before you start another session. Number 9. Repetition. You might find it silly that we put this one on the list, but even though most people know that repetition is key, few actually practice it with simple concepts and words. You might have to repeat them up to 30 times before they stick for good. Bigger things such as speeches or presentations may require more repetitions, unless you are trying to memorize specific facts or words. Try to understand the essence of what you are trying to memorize in order to avoid hiccups and making mistakes. Number 10. Pretend you'll have to teach it. If you imagine that you'll need to teach someone else the material or task you are trying to grasp, you can speed up your learning and remember more. The expectation changes your mindset so that you engage in more effective approaches to learning, as opposed to those who simply learn to pass a test. While memory might still be a mystery to us, studies have shown that these techniques will help you memorize fast and easily and retain more of what you learn. Try them out and let us know what you think, or share your favorite memorization techniques in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching. Don't ignore these early warning signs of fatty liver disease. Have you heard the term fatty liver? Well, the term is pretty self-explanatory. It's a disease that refers to a common condition caused by having too much fat build up in your liver. The liver, being the second largest organ of the human body, processes nutrients from food, which causes the liver to store a small amount of fat. But when that amount of fat exceeds the range of 5 to 10% of your liver's weight, the problem begins. Well, as said earlier, it's normal for your liver to store some fats, so when you have fatty liver disease, it won't cause your liver to perform abnormally from the get-go. The condition becomes worse with time as no measures are taken to get rid of the extra fats stored in the liver. Firstly, the liver will be swollen, which will lead to the formation of scar tissues that ultimately can cause extensive results like liver failure and liver cancer. So, fatty liver disease is a pretty bad condition to have, but is it a common thing among the population? Unfortunately, yes. According to research, almost 20 to 30% of the US population alone suffers from this disease. The fact, which adds more caution to the subject, is that in around 30% of people with the condition, the fatty liver disease gets worse over time. So, what are the root causes of this disease? Alcohol sits at the top of the list. Heavy drinking is one of the major causes of this list. Having a sigh of relief because you are a non-drinker? Unfortunately, non-drinkers can also suffer from this disease. Eating too many sugary foods, obesity, and diabetes are some of the factors that can be the reason for non-drinkers to develop this disease. Now, the most terrifying part of this disease is that it doesn't normally show up when a liver enzyme blood test is done, which can cause it to be unnoticed for a long time until the liver is severely damaged. But thankfully, our body shows some early warning signs that you have a fatty liver. What are those signs? Let's have a look. Swelling of feet. One of the symptoms of fatty liver is that your feet will get swollen. This will occur due to the accumulation of fluids in your legs. What causes this? It can be either because of increased pressure in the portal vein or the liver's inability to produce enough blood proteins. Itchy skin. One common sign of fatty liver is itchy skin. It can be due to a simple rash or dry skin too, yes. But if it's a regular thing, you should better check that out. This can be because fatty liver destroys or blocks the bile ducts in your liver. This leads to excess bilirubin in the skin, which can cause itchy skin, yellow eyes and skins. Another symptom that is caused due to the blockage of bile ducts in your liver. Your eyes and skin will become yellowish because of the high level of bilirubin in the body, which is a yellowish pigment that's secreted by the liver. You are most familiar with the term jaundice, which is another term for this condition. Spider angiomas. You can find some structures like a spider on your skin, especially on the face and leg, that can be a sign of liver disease. Higher levels of estrogen are the reason for these structures to appear, and it implies that your liver is unable to function properly, which is causing a hormonal imbalance. This sign is more common in liver disease caused by alcohol. Bruising easily. One possible explanation for this sign could be that you are simply getting older, as it makes your skin thinner and makes you susceptible to bruises. But when you find more and more bruises that have no explanations, it can be a sign of fatty liver. This may occur due to the lack of specific proteins needed for clotting blood, thereby suggesting some issues with the liver. Right shoulder pain. If you are feeling pain in the back, especially on the right shoulder, it can be due to fatty liver. This can cause because by a liquid called bile that is created by the liver. Fatty liver causes bile to become thicker, swelling up the liver. The phrenic nerve becomes affected by this, which results in pain in your right shoulder. Constant tiredness. Feel tired all the time even if you just woke up? Might be a sign. One of the most incredibly common signs of fatty liver is fatigue. Why does it happen? A study published in the Canadian Journal of Gastroenterology says that this disease does some changes to the neurotransmission within the brain, which results in you feeling tired all the time. These are some of the warning signs that are most commonly found in fatty liver patients. If you are having a couple of symptoms that are mentioned earlier, it might be a good idea to get yourself checked out. Now, to an important question: is fatty liver disease reversible? Currently, no medications have been approved to treat fatty liver disease. More research is needed to develop and test medications to treat this condition. In most cases, doctors suggest some life changes for the patients to get better. You can also follow them to ensure that you don't get the disease. Exercise. Try to be active for at least 30 minutes a day most days of the week. This will help you to lose the fats, not only in your liver, but all over your body. It will help you to get into better shape too. Boosted confidence on top of your healthy liver. Eat healthily, try to convert into a healthy diet, and give your liver a chance to thank you. You don't have to be a food inspector from the get-go. Just think twice before ordering fast food twice a day, and try to have a balanced diet. This will also help you in the process of getting in shape. Control alcohol intake. It is ideal to skip the alcohol altogether, but if you have to drink, try to limit it. The demerits of overconsumption of alcohol are very well known, so do yourself a favor and control your alcohol intake. Fatty liver can become a serious health hazard if not taken seriously from the beginning. So, it is important to become aware and raise awareness of this disease. Like and share this video with your friends and family so that they can also learn about it. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in another video with another health topic.